So you mentioned a Promise program. What is that program?
Well, the Promise program is for, it was created back in 2016 with the superintendent, some judges, to stop the school to prison pipeline. There were too many students. I think back in 2000, I want to say 14 or 15, we had about 1,062 kids incarcerated from some infractions in school that many times was not necessarily or was deemed a misdemeanor, but not necessarily really reached the level of misdemeanor behavior. So the superintendent and several people, the president of the NAACP, the public defender's office, the state attorney's office, they all sat down, went through it, made the decision to come up with a way to stop the school to prison pipeline. Worked. By the time 2016 rolled around, we were down by 90%. And this program that they implemented is not just a program to send a child to the center as a form of punishment, but it was a program that really went to the core of what and why is this child doing this? How can we help them to redirect them into a better space and get them to a space where they can maintain their behavior and be a productive member of society.
So it wasn't only punishment, it was also providing services and resources that might have made,
the child's parents, the child's family, where they lived. It wasn't just the child. They involved everyone. And because so you can't just isolate the child and isolate the problem and deal with. You want to find out what the extenuating circumstances around the whole issue that causes the child to be that way. So they attack it all. And it's a great program. If you have an opportunity, please reach out to Dr. Brown. He is the principal at, what's the name of the school? Forgot the name of the school. Hate that when that happens to me. But if you look him up in the district, you'll find him. His name is Dr. Brown. He is the head of the school where the Promise program is. I had an opportunity to speak to him on 2 occasions, and I wanted him to break it down to me and tell me, this was about a year after the shooting, and I wanted to know why was people so against this program. What is it that you're doing that people don't understand why it's not good, or And he broke it down to me. He explained to me. He said, we don't just deal with the child. We deal with the child. We deal with their parents. We deal with their environment. We find out where they are. We find out where they hang out at. We find out who their friends are. We try to come in and we do a whole host of things with the student to make sure that once they're out of the program, they don't come back. And if you have an opportunity, his door is always open. He is very gracious. He will allow you to have a conversation with him. He would give you a tour at the school so you can see for yourself, how beneficial this program is. You hear stories about, the shooter wasn't in it, they don't know. Again, you're well within your rights to ask for a public record request, and you can see. Depending, I know with certain information, with his information, some of it is very private, but for the general gist of it, you can have an opportunity to see if that was what it was.